This is fun. I thought this would be a quiet area. I filmed here before and it was quiet before, but there's a whole bunch of traffic now. So. Anyway, welcome back to the video. As you can see, I'm in a convertible because I'm in the Miata. I wanted to give you guys an update on this car. I know I'm going to talk about the drum to disc conversion, about if it was worth it or not. So you'll find out my opinion about that very soon. But I wanted to give you an update on this car because it's done. So the wrap is complete. Yeah, it's all red. So it's been a while since you guys have seen this car. I don't know, I actually can't remember how long it's been, but it's been a while. And it's complete, it's all red with the white painted wheels. Now the last time you guys saw this car, I don't remember how much of it was actually complete. I don't think I did all the way over to the back. I think I just did the front and then the trunk, and that was all I had completed. Now the quarter panel is not welded in. If I push on it enough, it'll move around a little bit. But I decided against welding it. I drove it one day and I took it on the interstate, and I was going about, you know, speed limit, so like 70, 80, and it was fine. No rattles, nothing. It didn't sound like it was gonna fall apart any second, and it drove great. So I figured, why weld it then? Well, I mean, besides the fact that it'll make it more complete, but it's already complete enough. I'll weld it in eventually, but just not right now. Right now, I just want to drive it because I haven't driven this car, you know, consistently for a while now. So, you know, I'm having some fun with it. Also have the top put back in now. So if we do like that, yeah, there's a top. This kind of like back section here is falling apart, but oh well. This is kind of a top-down car, and the top is just going to get put up for if I park it, and then if it rains out of nowhere. I do have one more thing to show you guys though, which I think some of you may be excited about, and I'll admit it's kind of fun too. So, key in ignition. Yes sir, she is a loud car. So there is a hole in the exhaust down there where the resonator has disconnected from the rest of the piping, which leads to the muffler. So it's pretty much just going from the resonator straight out. So it's basically a muffler delete. And I may fix it and I may not fix it. I haven't had any problems with it, and honestly it's kind of nice with this car being loud because people can hear me in their blind spots, because after all, this is a small car, and although it's a bright red small car, it's still a small car, so having it loud is probably a good thing. There's the update on the Miata. Just wanted to give you guys a little update on this car because you haven't seen it complete. So anyway, that's the Miata done, and now I'm gonna head home and we'll talk about the drum to disc conversion on the Corolla. Tunnel. Another thing about this car is handbrake useless. So I'm just gonna leave it in gear like this because the handbrake here, it goes all the way up and the car still moves around. And even though I adjust it pretty constantly, it'll just start loosening up within like a week, and then it's pointless again. So yeah, here she is in all of its rear disc brake beauty. Yes, it's wet because bird crap from this tree here. So yeah, there's also just tree crap as well, so it's still dirty. I need to give this car a proper wash. So let's talk about what this video is about, which is, did I find the swap to be worth it? So we'll start off with how much I spent in total. So I got everything that I needed for $160. I bought it from fellow YouTuber Tuzlo. He sold it to me for $160, and it included everything that I needed. Now, I spent extra to get new parts, so I spent probably around $300 in total. $160 for everything I needed, and then I put in some new parts as well. So total is probably, I'd estimate around $300 to $400. I think it's probably closer to $300, but I'm just going to give you that range, $300 to $400 of what I spent. Now, did I find it to be worth it? $400 and it took me most of the morning to install. I did find it to be worth it. Worth my time and my money. Has better braking response, better stopping distance. It just looks better. It wasn't too difficult to install either. So I think I definitely found this to be worth my time and money. Now obviously it'll depend on the condition of your car, how long it takes. My car doesn't have a ton of rust on it, so it didn't really take too much effort to take everything off and install new stuff. But if your car is quite rusty, then it may be a bit more difficult to do the install. Or if your car has no rust, then first of all, congratulations, your car is a garage queen. That install should be very easy for you as well. I broke only one bolt, so one like really small bolt, so generally speaking I didn't really have much issue. I only broke one bolt and that was it. Now another thing that I want to say is I'm going to fix the fitment. So obviously I had 25mm spacers when I had drum brakes. The disc brakes will push it out a little bit, so with 25mm spacers there's just too much poke. Spacers are not installed on the car anymore. I'm going to get new spacers because I want that flush fitment again, but you know, I can't have it right now because I don't have the right spacers. I did some measurements and I found 10mm spacers should do it for me. I didn't realize that this would push out 15mm more than the drum brakes did. That measurement seems a bit off to me, but I found 10mm spacers I think should make this flush again. So yeah, just a heads up, if your fitment is perfect with drum brakes, it's not going to be perfect with disc brakes, because disc brakes are going to push the wheel out a little bit more. I'm going to get 10mm spacers and extended lug studs, and I'll do a video on taking out the old studs here and putting on the new ones. From what I've seen, it should be relatively easy. Just take a hammer to them and bang them out and then put the new ones in, and should be as simple as that. So anyway, that video will be coming relatively soon. Obviously I haven't ordered the parts yet because I only just did the measurements, so it's gonna be out probably within 2 to 3 weeks, I'd imagine. That's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like, comment below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye. You know, one thing I realized is that I forgot to give you an update on the Subaru. I'm just gonna leave that here after the outro. Fuel leak here because my fuel pressure sensor piece that sits here, that is a piece of junk. So yeah, it started leaking fuel, so I got a new one of those. It should be here in a few days, and then this car will be running again. Anyway, now the video is done.